Hello, I'm Coach Natalie, and welcome to another episode of Jiu Jitsu for Dummies. Well, today we've got a great episode. We're going to be talking about transitions. Now, a central concept in Jiu Jitsu is the idea that gradually, you want to get to a better position. As you may know, if you've followed these videos for any length of time, some positions are better than others. Now, if I'm in your guard or if you're in my guard, these are considered kind of like neutral, 50-50. It's about, could go either way. But if you're under the other person, they, have their knee on your belly, you're in their side control, they're sitting on you, or, God forbid, they have your back, that's usually considered a bad position. Now, conversely, if you're putting the other person in side control or knee on belly, you have them in the mount, or maybe you even have the back mount, that's usually considered a good thing. While there are good, even top-level jiu-jitsu players in the world who specifically try to go to what we would call a bad position, in general, when you're starting off jiu-jitsu, you should learn to try to progress from one position to a better position, and what we call a positional hierarchy. Now, how do you move from position to position? Well, we do that through something we call transitions. And transitions sometimes can be a formal set of moves. Sometimes positions, you get to them just because, you're both scrambling and it's kind of a toss-up where you'll land. But today we're going to learn a couple of well-known transitions, and maybe they'll help you out. So I'm going to preview them and show you from a side angle as well, and then we'll break it down. Seen from another angle. Okay, let's break down this first set of transitions. We're going to be going from the mount to side control, back to the mount, and obviously you can see we could do that in either direction. Let's just assume you're on the mount. Now, being on the mount is usually better than side control, but what if for some reason you see that you're not going to be able to maintain this position? Well, you want to get to another position that you can control. So we'll maybe start off like this. You're going to put your hands out in over your dummy or your partner's head. That's going to protect you from falling off if they decide to, buck you off. We've talked about that in other episodes. So hands far over their shoulders. I'm going to first take this elbow and put it to the side of my dummy's neck here. Now, leaning on this arm, I'm going to do what we call the layout. Then getting my knee to their side so that they can't shrimp into me. I get the side control. Now, to get back to the mount, I'm going to again lay out, get the mount, replace the hands, opposite elbow, other side of their neck, lay out, and side control. Lay out, and get to the mat. So that's the first set of moves you might learn. I learned from past experience, you really want to keep your hands out here because in case they do buck you off, you don't want to sprain your hand, which has happened to me. But that being said, the next series of transitions we're going to learn will be from side control to knee on belly. And we'll be using something we call the windshield wiper. Again, I'll demonstrate it and then show it from a couple of different angles. Side control. Knee on belly. Windshield wipe. Side control. Knee on belly. Windshield wipe. Side control. From a different angle. You're on side control. You're going to go to knee on belly. Remember, the knee needs to be near their solar plexus. This leg is out far enough so that they can't grab it. At a certain point, I'm going to move this ankle over to this side and replace my legs. To get to side control. To knee on belly, to side control. The last one we're going to learn is when you have the back mount of your partner and they're going to be trying to jump over one of your legs to try to turn into you and to escape. And so this is a good way where we're going to be maintaining back control. So, as you remember, when you have back control, you want to be holding your partner like this. You know, of course, your hooks around your feet. Remember, you want to have this hand be over this hand, so in case they get rid of this hand, you know, this hand becomes the choke, not a problem. So, a defense against the back mount is if your partner is going to jump over one of your legs. Now, as soon as you feel this, you need to regain the back. You need to fall and then get to the other side. Of course, they're going to jump over this leg. You're going to remount and sit back and fall to the other side. And of course, then they jump over the leg. You remount and get to the back. So, again, let's all see all three here. You're on the mount, hands above you. The next one Side control to knee on belly. And the last one, okay, they're going to jump over your leg. You're going to be like, oh, no, you're not. They'll jump over the other leg. You recover it. Get back to your back. Again, they jump. You recover. And get back to side, back mount. So, besides remembering the different steps of how to get from the mount to side control, or side control to knee on belly, or to maintain the back mount, the bigger mistake the beginners might make is trying to hold on to a position at all costs. Now, I know that when I started, if I managed to get into a position that I thought was, anywhere halfway decent, of course I held on to it, for dear life, not wanting to risk maybe, going backwards and getting into a worse position. And then I remember, as a blue belt, someone said, you really should be trying to transition to a better position. And it occurred to me that when I was trying to hold on to a position, at all costs, I was kind of like a sailor floating in the middle of the ocean, and there's a log right next to me, and I'm holding on to that log for dear life. Now, maybe 100 yards away, there might be a desert island. It might have food, water. Maybe it's a way for me to save myself. But you know what? I can't do both. I can't hold on to that log and swim. And at a certain point, what you want to learn in Jiu-Jitsu is that if you're in a position and you think you can submit someone, try it. But after 10, 15 seconds, you're not going anywhere, especially when you're learning, especially when you're just learning in the gym. It's okay to let go of that log. It's okay to get rid of the known, the certainty, and possibly, let go. Try to get to that island. Try to say, that might actually be an improvement over my position right now, floating a log in the middle of the ocean. And so that would be my biggest lesson to you as the beginner. Try to certainly learn these movements. Once you start rolling with real people, you may be able to submit them, especially if they don't know what they're doing. But you might realize, I've held on to this position. It would be a mistake to think that this is the best position I could ever get to. And also, in Jiu-Jitsu, if you try something and it doesn't work, guess what? You'll learn something. So, and then another mistake that I think people make is that they feel like they need to rush. We have a saying that slow is smooth and smooth is fast. And that means that when you're doing the positions, try to think, what is the intent of this position, and am I holding it as well as I can? And then, like I said, after 5 or 7 seconds, try to smoothly move to the next move. Learn the position slowly. Then once they get, good at it, you're smooth at it, then you can try to speed up. But, it's not a race. So, I appreciate you joining me for this lesson. Like I said, don't try to hold on to certainty in Jiu-Jitsu. Always, be trying to get to a better position, and you never know unless you try. Thank you again. And I hope you'll stick around with me. We're going to be getting close to our 40th episode, which will be our year one of these Coach Natalie videos, and trying to have something really exciting for you planned in the next couple of weeks. Until then, reach out to me. I have a Natalie Whitson Jiu-Jitsu page. I'd love to hear your suggestions. Take care, and thank you for joining me for this episode of Jiu Jitsu for Dummies.